What's up? What's up? It's the Country CEO back again with another video coming to you on this glorious day. Want to share with you some things. One of my subscribers had a great question that I thought was real relevant, real, and I want to be transparent in answering that question because I think it's a good question for now, but also I think it's a very vital question for those of you who are thinking about getting into the dump truck business or any business that's maybe similar in nature to mines or just other businesses, right? So it was a great question, right? All right, so before we get into it, like, subscribe, share this video with your family and friends, those who you think can benefit from this information that I'm bringing forth, right? All right, so I got the question from one of my subscribers. Great question. He asked, he said, how am I doing during COVID, right? How's my business coming along during COVID-19? Thought it was a great question. And I said, man, I want to do a video to answer that. I started to answer him. I wanted to just give him an answer, but then I said, no, let me answer him on video so everybody else can get it, because COVID is also symbolic on a smaller scale of how sometimes can be in the dump truck business, right? So I think the information of me sharing with you from that perspective can be more helpful than me just responding to him on comment saying, hey man, this is what's going on with me. I wanted everybody else to be able to get the benefit from what I'm going to share about how I'm doing, how my business is doing during COVID, right? All right, so here it is. 4 things I want to share with you about how I'm doing during COVID, right? Number 1, all right, the real is revenue is down because some of our customers that I work with, some of my customers, let me preface that statement. Some of my customers, right, are slow right now. Some of it's due to COVID, right? And some of my customers have work substantial piece away from my house, right? And at this time, I just don't want to be away from the wife and the family during COVID to go and drive 2 hours and have to stay over there during the week to work with the company that I normally work for. I just went on and let them hire some trucks from on that end. All right. And so revenue is down right now because of COVID, right? All right. It is not where it would normally be. All right. And so that's understandable. That's normal. You know, we're no different than anybody else. Right. All right. And so that is the real of it. Not going to sugarcoat it. Going to tell it to you just like it is. Right. So basically right now, we're getting 2-3 days a week. Right. We're not getting 5. Matter of fact, this week. Right. This is November 16th through 20th. This week was I got 5 days in. Worked the whole week. Right. And had an opportunity to work last night. But I didn't have a part-time driver available to go out there and work the truck at night because I worked during the day. And I could have worked today, but I needed a break and I needed to take off to take care of some business. And I'm investing in giving the game to you guys for free on YouTube. So I chose today to handle some business earlier, but then make it a day about kicking out these videos to be a blessing to those who are want to jump into this business, right? So sometimes you make sacrifices to invest in other people's lives, and you know that God is going to repay you down the road, right? All right, so that's what I'm about as well, all right? And so I did make a full week this week, but basically before this week in a couple weeks, basically it's been 2 or 3 days a week, right? Anywhere from between, I don't mind telling you the numbers, basically anywhere from between 15 to 2,300 with these 2-3 days a week, right? All right, so basically just been maintaining, ain't not knocking fire by a long shot, right? But here's the point I want you to get. Dealing with COVID-19 is a microcosm, or on a small scale, how sometimes you will go through periods of a couple weeks or 2 or 3 where the business is like this, right? Not going to paint a big rosy picture that you're not going to ever slow down or have a slow week, right? Any trucker will tell you there are going to be some slow weeks, right? I don't care what no trucker tell you. Nobody's knocking fire 52 weeks a year. right? So I'm just keeping it real with you right there, giving you true game right there, right? But us dealing with COVID on a smaller scale is in the dump truck, but you will have a couple weeks or so to where it's slow and you might make 2 or 3 days a week or something like that, right? But relish those times. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because you gonna need a break. After they run you, you getting it nights, days, weekends, your tongue gonna be dragging the ground. You not gonna mind taking a break of having a couple of slow weeks, right? All right, so cool. All right, revenue is down. It's a little slow. 2 or 3 days a week. Unlike this week, I did make a whole week, and my truck is going out tomorrow though. All right, so let me add that to you. So I'm gonna actually make 6 days. All right, I've managed to find a guy to drive for me tomorrow, fill in, because I needed to get this break, and then I'm gonna be ready to go back next week, right, before Thanksgiving. So can we get these 3 days in before Thanksgiving, right? So my truck is gonna go out tomorrow, and I'm gonna pay this guy to drive my truck tomorrow, but the truck is gonna make money. So I'm gonna have 6 days this week, right? All right, so cool. All right, so revenue is down. All right, second thing is, but here it is. If I explained this to you in previous videos, this is why budgeting is so critical. Right? This is why you can't go bling blinging too soon. This is why you can't shouldn't go put the Mercedes or the BMW in your carport and you ain't been in business for 3-4 months. This is why you shouldn't go build the mansion in 6 or 7 months, right? Budgeting is critical, right? What am I saying? Because there will be times like this, right? Then budgeting is critical, and then your bills are manageable. That's all I'm simply saying. Your bills are manageable. That note on the truck is manageable. The insurance is manageable, right? And then your personal bills are manageable because you've been budgeting, starting off the right way, understanding that you're building something. Right? And so when you have a slow time or a slow week, you're not pulling your hair out wondering how you're going to make it, right? Because you understand that these kinds of things do take place, right? The unforeseen, right? All right. So this is why budgeting is critical. That's the second thing. So revenue is down. This is why budgeting is critical. But then this is why I also said in one of my previous videos, you ought to be saving for a rainy day. Right? When you're making these big checks, 3-4 grand, sometimes 5 grand, you need to be putting some back, not only in the maintenance account like I told you, but you need to be putting something back in the rainy day fund, right? All right, because you're going to have times like this. You need to put something back to where you can be pinching off of that to add to this, to pay this bill for this month, just make it through this month, to make it to the month, that kind of thing. All right? All right, so this is why saving for a rainy day is critical. All right. This business literally taught me how to budget and how to manage because of having to experience things like this. And I think I talked to you about weather sometimes, right? COVID is a microcosm of how sometimes this business can be. All right. I'm just telling it to you like it is. But it taught me, it trained me how to budget and how to manage. So guess what? I'm bald on top, got a little on the side, getting ready to go get these sides shaved, my 2 o'clock barber shop appointment. But 2 or 3 days a week, but I ain't tripping right now, right? Because budgeting and saving will bring you through, okay? All right, and then here's the last thing I want to leave you with about how we're making it through Covenant. New projects are in the works. I'm working. I'll probably be back on asphalt Monday. There's a night job about to kick off anytime now. I'm waiting on. There's another job in my area that's about to kick off in about another month. So I ain't tripping. The work is coming. It's there. You know, I'm going to have to take my choice of what I want to do. Actually, to be honest with you, I'll share this with you. It actually got me thinking about scaling up again if I can find a competent driver that I can depend on, right? Because the work is there. And then typically when the new administration comes in, they're going to unleash money for infrastructure, which infrastructure for us in the construction business is code word for roads and bridges. Roads and bridges. All right. And so keep in mind, triaxle dump trucks, the big dump truck, we specialize mainly in road and interstate construction, right? Right. We work on little smaller jobs, but we ain't tripping off of that. We do big major construction. Those are the jobs that last 2 and 3 years, right? So when you start off in this business, you get on an interstate job or a big road job, you ain't tripping because you know that job will last 2 years. You know you're going to work every day for 2 years. Right? So I'm just excited. New administration comes in January. They unleash this money for roads and bridges. Guess what? The state's already bagged up, especially my state, bagged up with billions of dollars in road projects that need to take place. Once they get the money from the government, man, they just gonna give it to the state and give it to the local municipalities of the city, major cities. They're gonna unleash it in the parishes or counties for you guys, as parishes for us. And guess what? They're gonna start letting these projects out, bidding these projects out. And then, boom, work is going to be plentiful. So don't trip about COVID, but take this time to plan while COVID is going on. Meditate, pray, plot your next move, and just get ready. Because COVID is nothing but a setback for a major come up. All right? I like how that sounds. I'm going to leave you with that. COVID is nothing but, I got, proud to all the families who lost loved ones. But COVID is nothing but a minor setback for a major come up for those of us who are in business. I'm gone. This is the Country CEO. Subscribe to the channel. Hit somebody up. Let them know about this great information. And as I like to say, if you gonna shine, you showing up got to do some grinding. Peace.